Ooh. This could go either way. It could happen. I don't think it would. Pissing off Yusuke ain't that hard. I was watching a short, and it was like, yo, if this character was a villain, who would be a better villain, or at least a damn good one? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm still in the idea. I ain't made no damn tier list. I don't feel like doing that shit. But today, I, along with chat, we're going to name a random assortment of characters. Some are going to be animated related. There may be a couple Easter eggs out there. They got like random cartoons and sitcoms in there as well. But we're going to start naming some characters. Some goody two-shoes of the world. The guys that want to save the world. Superman, probably literally at some point, if you will. And we're just going to talk about if they turned heel. If they were part of John Cena sucks from our wrestling fans. If they were just bad people. How would it look? Would the show be better or worse? We're going to just have a random yap fest. If you're here for random yaps, this is what the TSO channel is all about. We're on the road to 200K. We're dedicating it to a fucking fantastic member of TSO. So let's get to it. Starting off, man, I'm going to get the obvious one out the way. You guys are anime fans at your fucking core. It's the layup line. It's the one that everyone talks about. So we don't need to sit there and not talk about it. To start off with the character who I think if he ended up being a villain, the show would at least be interesting, Naruto Uzumaki. And I want to start with Naruto because he's kind of like the blueprint of what I think this is about. If this character turned bad, three main questions. Do they have the motivations? Would they be a threat? And would you even root for them? And all three are entirely checked off by Naruto. I mean, honestly, he may be the objective answer, and we might have just shot the three way too early. But hey, man, we're going to have more interesting conversations later, and I think that's what does better on YouTube. But I just wanted to get Naruto out the way, because would we root for Naruto if he just said, fuck the leaf? I don't know about you, but hell yeah, the leaf. Man, what are we talking about, bro? The tot was raised by spoiled milk in an unprivileged ghetto household by the richest nigga in the verse. What the f? It's by his point of view. Not saying that the old man didn't have his reasoning or whatever the case may be. Naruto 242. The point is, from his point of view, he got fucked over. He just did. And there's so many reasons why people have these Naruto what-ifs about him turning evil and stuff like that. He literally was bullied until he rebirthed an entire village. Not saved. Warlock born again, the motherfucker. What are we doing? There's many people that would root for Naruto, not even on some angst shit, just because they also don't fuck with the leaf. He would be, without a doubt, a serious threat. We don't need to talk about it. I mean, hello. And then just in terms of, is it realistic to the actual story? Yes. So for several reasons, Naruto Uzumaki turning heel just works. Let's move on. This was the other guy that someone brought up, and I'm thinking about it. I don't get it. We're not at the finale of the series yet. This could be interesting. And this is another anime one before we start jumping all over the place there. You know, we got to do anime to start off for YouTube's sake, right? Next up is Izuku Midoriya. I saw this, or this was the character that was brought up in the short that I saw. I'm not even trying. I know what he initially said, and then I swiped up because I wanted to have my own thoughts. I don't really see it. I don't see it, but I get why someone would say it. I just don't see it. Because he doesn't like, why? Why is Deku evil now? What, does he have genuine hate for those that are more talented than him? What does he, is it just make the protagonist really fucking strong? Or what, maybe when he, turns into vigilante Deku, he just turns into villain Deku at that point? Maybe that'd be the best time to do it. But I just, the bullying, yeah, but then how would he get one for all? So it can't be the bullying. You would have to kind of like change the character dramatically. From a character that All Might was convinced could have one for all the way into a character that had such trauma and bullying that after getting the quirk, after seeming like a good guy, he then doubles down on the heel turn and then starts fucking shit up. Now, is he a fucking threat if he does do that? Absolutely, no conversation. But yeah, the best I could see, to be very blunt with you, is kind of what we saw. And I'm not trying to be vanilla. I'm not trying to be corny. But I think this is the closest thing we got to villain Deku. Vigilante Deku. The Deku that's just like, I got to do all this shit on my own. For better or worse, maybe he gets a little bit more like to killing people. Maybe gets like a little bit more edgelord there. But that'd be as far as it could go. I can't see Deku being evil. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I would say Naruto would be like a 10 out of 10 personally, or it has the potential to be a 10 out of 10 if he turned heel. This would be doing shit for the sake of doing shit. Now, Vigilante Deku just being the new version of the character, I think that'd be pretty cool. All for One taking him makes sense. Yeah, that'd be the furthest thing, right? If he got convinced by All for One, but I don't like that. Bakugo, see now Bakugo makes sense. Now Bakugo unironically makes sense. I don't need to even dedicate a separate video to that. Bakugo being jealous of Deku, that's damn near a lemon on the ground. That's something that many people thought they were gonna do. He has the quirk to do it, to be an evil motherfucker. His quirk is bombs. His quirk is literal bombs. Someone said Shoto, another one. His quirk is literal fire. Fire and ice. So either one of them two, you could easily change the story and turn them into it. But Deku, it just feels weird. Let's jump into someone I mentioned earlier. I don't know too much ball, but I'm going to try my best. So what is the S just turned into like a fat ass middle finger? You know, if Superman just turns heel, if Superman just got really, really mad, I just don't see it. What does Earth do to him to the point where he wants to fuck with it? That's injustice? Injustice, Superman? What the hell is that? What is that? Why? Why? So what, does he just hate another? He probably just hates another Superman. Is this like a reverse Flash thing? Oh, Joker did some hoe shit. All right, we might watch it one day, so we'll stop there. I'll get into the lore. I don't really care about that spoiler because, you know, I asked. But, okay. All right, that's interesting. So Joker pushes him to, okay, you know what? That's a way to do it, but it's like a little extreme, right? I guess it's believable. I'd have to see execution. I'd have to see it. It happens at the beginning. No, I'm not mad at that. I literally asked. I asked you guys to tell. I can see it. Hey, comment below. Comment below. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like it could be executed rather well. You know, you just turn superhuman. Like, because once he is evil, like I'm talking about the legitimacy of turning him heel. Once he is evil, how do you stop Superman? That's just a fire fucking plot line throughout the entirety of the verse. You have like infinite potential there. So, yeah, that's fire. Here's one that a lot of people in chat wanted me to talk about. And contrary to popular belief, there's a reason for it, but I do not see it. Let's talk about Aang, man. Hot take. There is a layup line motive to be made there, but I think it's a little unrealistic. It'd be weird. It's very weird. Can you make the story Doi? The Fire Nation killed all your friends and family. Sounds like a really fucking good story, right? It's just get mad with power, per se. Or whether it's the amount of times that he tries to get accepted by other nations and they never want to accept him. You change a couple of stubbornness moments from Aang and he just gets rejected by every other nation and turns heel, right? There's multiple ways to do it, but the core of his personality, and I know the conversation is about changing it, so just roll with me, but it feels really fucking weird to have a guy who was born and raised pure pacifist and then goes into hiding for 100 years. So these thoughts and beliefs are with him for 100 years. You would have to like make Aang the most tragic of tragic characters of all time. You have to kill every airbender, which you've already done. You'd probably have to murk Katara in his face. Probably have to murk Appa in his face. You probably, you know what I'm saying? You have to murk Momo. You have to do every fucking thing possible to even halfway convince me that, okay, yeah, Aang's just gonna be an evil guy. And even then, I think Aang would just be the type of guy to just be depressed, break down, and get killed before he just turns evil, if that makes sense. I just think, and it's not because he's 12, we'll talk about somebody. In fact, no, just before anyone thinks it's an age thing. Intermission. Someone who I know would be S tier villain. We'll get to that guy in a second. But the point, we'll get to that fucking piece of shit in a second. But point is with Aang, it's just the way that he was brought up, and maybe it's a time thing for me as well. It just seems realistic in his verse. He would just die of depression or die in isolation before he would turn evil. I mean, this is a guy that asked generations of avatars, hey, do I really need to kill this guy? Yeah, I'm not killing that guy. so you know what I'm saying? Like Aang psyche, he has too much belief in his morals and standards, even if the world is fucked up and evil. He would probably, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. Now we get to this piece of shit. Fuck. Oh my. This probably be the best thing. If you had to say someone would be a bigger heel and better heel than fucking Naruto, it might be Gon Freecss. This nigga. I mean, we saw the time to do it. You don't have to do it in the beginning. You don't have to change the plot of Hunter x Hunter at all. All you have to do is see him kill Kite, and he snaps. All you have to do is do Kite's death again. You don't have to change shit. See, with Naruto, you just gotta kind of change his outlook on what happened to him, right? Instead of I want to be Hokage, I want to slay the Hokage, right? With Sasuke, you just don't turn him back face, you know? With Aang, you know, you just say fuck it, kill Appa. With Gon, you don't have to change a damn thing. All you gotta do, take the Kite death. I'm still mad, bro, and it's up. I promise you. I promise you. That's all it takes. Just keep him mad. Just keep him mad. That scene where Killua was sitting there, he's like, yo, stop. And he shed the tear. You want some? And that's it. And I'm saying, you know what's fucked up? If it wasn't Killua, whoever it was, you want some? We are thanking all the gods that one or two things didn't happen. One, that it was Killua that found adult Gon, and two, and most importantly, that it wasn't Killua that died. Oh! Yo, if fucking Killua died to never be told, he's healed. That's ball game. He is murking everyone in sight until his body drops dead. He might die that day. For all we fucking know, he goes against fucking one for all, full cowling, ultra instinct fucking Meruem. He might die at some point, but he's killing everybody in sight if he doesn't run into that motherfucker. And if he only gets stronger, it's up. This nigga, bro. No, dude. Nah, Gon is a layup line, and the best part is you have to change such minimal parts of the story to the point where I wouldn't even consider it a change. It is, I mean, technically it all is a change, right? Because it didn't happen. But all you have to do is either Killua gets in the way, you make him go, I'll kill you if you're defending this. Like I will kill you, or you have Killua be the person that died, or you have what's it called? Just not it be Killua that finds Gon, because I truly think only Killua was stopping him. So it's over. It's over. He 100% would have. He 100% would have gone crazy. He might crash out harder for Leorio than Killua. I mean, maybe. I don't see that, but maybe. He spent significantly amount of time with fucking what's it called? He spent so much time with Killua at that point in the series. Maybe there's some manga shit that you have over me, but while he adores Leorio, let's not get it twisted, he adores all of them. He just spent way too much time with Killua for me to objectively say it's more. Karabuga's a villain. I mean, Karabuga's already kind of there, so. Karabuga's already kind of a fucking demon in his own right. That's not really shocking. Like, he's not goody two-shoes enough for me. He's already kind of there. You know what? This is a troll one. Y'all gonna think I'm trolling, but I want to talk about it, bro. Cause I was thinking of like, who's the nicest character I know in fiction? Yo, Bubbles just said the Powerpuff Girls. Yo, if this nigga Bubbles just got real tight with the Powerpuff Girls. What would be the reason though? She a tot, so it would be something stupid and girly to do it. But what would it take for her to like stay evil? I don't know. I'm trolling with this pick, right? Because she has her mood swings. She had the JoJo arc, and she had the actual time where she snapped, right? That was actually crazy. And she's already the crash out of the three. Like, Buttercup's kind of like the cool one. Blossom's like the leader, and Buttercup's the crash out. If Buttercup ever actually snapped, turn heel, it should be up. I ain't gonna lie. Buttercup might put hands and feet on people if she tried. yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm really thinking about it. Buttercup would put hands and feet on motherfuckers if it happened. I don't know how you get there. I'm trolling with the pick just to spice up the convo, but yeah. Unironically makes sense. Yeah, now that I think about it, it's possible. Kirito, I didn't watch Sword Art enough. What's it called? Who else? Oh, yeah. This is somebody that I don't see at all. I think the story tells you that it's pretty much impossible to. But there's a way, but I just don't see it. Next on the list, Tanjiro. There's a way. I mean, hey. So there's a way, but the story kind of spoon feeds way too hard that it's not gonna happen. And then not only would it just not be a thing, it's kind of like, no. So what do he do? He turns into like the demon slayer that slays the demon slayers, or does he turn demon? Yeah, it's time. I think Demon Slayer is one of those anime, let alone Tanjiro being one of those characters. He's just too hardcore good guy. They done seeped into that nigga's mind and it was heaven, dog. Like, what the hell? And I wish I was fabricating that. They literally go in his head and they're like, it's almost like heaven in here. It's just, you have to change everything. You're literally not writing Demon Slayer anymore. So I would say Tanjiro for sure is probably the first character that if anyone debates it, we are just debating. Yeah, he's safe. I think Tanjiro's pretty safe. Someone who's not safe at all, and I wish I saw it with chat. Someone in chat just mentioned the character, funny enough. Ooh. This is awkward. This could go either way. Ooh, this could go either way. It could happen. I don't think it would. It could go. I mean, pissing off Yusuke ain't that hard. Yusuke at some point, strong fight sexual. You start denying fights, he might kill you. Yusuke, you kill what's her name? Fuck. You kill Keiko? Yeah, it's over with. So one of them two things would kind of be all it take, and then we'd really find out. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, because someone could sit there and argue, we already pretty much see you done done what you did to Yusuke, literally, and he still came out a pretty positive guy. So what does that tell you? But I don't know. There's somehow ways even in Yu Yu Hakusho to push him even further, and his morality definitely shakes, to say the least. So Yusuke Urameshi, practicality, I'm 50-50 on it. I can see and I can don't. In terms of would he be a threat, I mean, nigga, run. If Yusuke Urameshi don't care about human life, like before the well actually comes through, no. Like really don't give a fuck. Like really don't give a fuck. It's a dark guy you're dealing with, considering how fast he gets into such a short period of time. And like he's canonically him too. It's just fucking over. Y'all are mentioning JJK. JJK niggas lack self-control. I'm not talking about JJK. I'm not doing JJK. You niggas lack self-control. Now, Eren Yeager, we already saw him, right? However, I did think that something like this was possible. It wasn't high parlay. I'd have thrown $10, $5 on it even. Mikasa turning heel, that line was definitely there. That was a layup that could have been taken. Now, it wasn't taken, but it was possible. It was very possible. All you had to do was, I'm sorry. Did you just say kill Eren? Eren Yeager. You say kill him? swords, and it's just over. It's just over. So it's possible. It's very possible, and it's kind of an interesting dynamic, even. Would she be a threat? Of course, fucking course. A literal Ackerman that turned heel is terrifying. I actually kind of want it. Levi would dice her? Yeah, sure, but until you break his leg, take out an eye from him and all that stuff, at some point, gang, we glazing. You know what I'm saying? They done ruined his leg, ruined his ankle, and took his eye. At some point, Mikasa got that dog. So shit. You're like, oh my God, bro. Isn't Kenny? Who cares about Kenny? We're talking about the core. We don't give a fuck. No, Kenny. Yes, Kenny. He had guns and lost. Kenny sucks. Look, man, Mikasa as a heel actually would have been really, really interesting. Somewhat predictable. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say it's predictable because her aligning with Eren, who has just completely lost it, is kind of like a telling of how loyal she is. And it would be an interesting dynamic. Now, think about it. She may be one of the more interesting heel turns of the show to me personally. Comment section, comment below why I'm completely wrong and she should just always stay babyface per se. But her just siding with Eren until death, even though that's technically kind of what she... Come on, bro. You know what I mean. Her siding with Eren to the core of being able to take out scouts and wanting to take out scouts, that's an interesting play. Granted, of course, that would ruin the logistics of Eren's plan. Yep, we get it. But yeah, and furthermore, as someone said, predictable always isn't bad either. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Luke Skywalker, y'all gonna have to comment that I haven't seen Star Wars, buddy. I'm not lying about that. Now, you know what I have seen? And I don't know too much about it. I know enough about it though. Guys, we had a debate. Not gonna lie, some say I won, some say I lost. I don't care about what y'all think. What I know is if this motherfucker just said, yeah, the Titans, it's a bad day for everyone. It's a bad day for everyone. And the worst part is you don't have to change a thing about him. You don't have to change a thing about him. You don't have to add any other plot device or anything like that. All you have to do is let this guy win. That's it. I mean, the story literally is trying it. All you have to do is let this guy win. Slade wins. Slade actually manipulates him. GG's. That's all you have to do. That's quite literally all you have to do. Slade was able to successfully manipulate Robin. How do we stop it now? GG's. And at that point, like I said, even if you think, fuck it, he's the weakest of the group, let that nigga get mentored by Slade, let alone the fact that instead of the 5 versus Slade, now it's 4 of you with Robin on the other side. That's a bad day for everyone involved. I don't need to sit there and go too much further into it. I guess I'll just end with the question. There is apparently a Robin that just is like, yeah, Batman saves niggas, I don't. Who is that guy? I want to watch that. Who is the guy which one is the Robin that like, because I've seen it on shorts. There's a Robin that like he's like, Batman, my dad, yeah, I guess he don't kill people. I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, I want a Red Hood. Yeah, I might watch Red Hood or something like that. I'm very interested in that. Jason or Damien? It's either Jason or Damien because I've seen both of those names. Timmy Turner. You know what? I was gonna go to an anime, but let's do Timmy Turner real quick. Chat trolling, but they not wrong. Low-key, think about it before we get mad, before we think we're ruining the videos. Timmy Turner is a crash out. Timmy Turner is a guy that consistently breaks the rules for his own selfish desires anyway. He has the literal canonic reason to do it, hence why he has Fairly Odd Parents to begin with. it's there. It's actually there for Timmy Turner to just say, you know what, fuck Earth, or I'm going to do everything I can to become the school bully. I'm going to do everything I can to manipulate myself around the rules so I can keep my powers and yap, things of that nature. He literally rivals with a motherfucker named Crocker who tries to manipulate powers. There's even a movie where he does. So just imagine if they work together at some point. He probably wouldn't do that. He'd probably just try to son Crocker in the process. But, you know, it's possible. That one, probably the most possible troll of the day. I want to make this like a fun little random series, so I'm not going to do every character in the book here. Last and certainly not least, let's end it off with my glorious king. I mean, we already know what it takes. It's not about changing what we know the character as. It's about changing how he was raised. Literally. Yeah, and I wish this was more complicated, but this is why I wanted to end the video with him. Because yeah, this don't happen, this happens. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the movie, to be fair, in the movie, it kind of depicts Goku as like, even though he's saying it, he's not kind of like a Raditz Vegeta kind of guy. There's levels to evilness within the Saiyans, even obviously. He's also born from Bardock, who, canonically speaking, wasn't the evilest Saiyan out there per se. So these are things that maybe he's not as bad as Earth is no longer existing per se. Maybe he's just some like silent dude that's beating the fuck up out of people or something like that per se. But no, Goku potentially turning evil just does exist. Now, does it mean well for the future of Dragon Ball? Hell no. He'd die. He'd die. He'd probably be a lot weaker. But no, Goku as a heel is probably just the most plausible one, because all it takes is the accident of the anime not happening. And for those that would say how he died, whether it's he would go back to Frieza, get manipulated, and at some point Frieza would kill him. Whether it's you know, the other Saiyans would touch down on Earth and be stronger than him, kick his ass. He wouldn't know the techniques from Earth, so at some point he just loses. He wouldn't go but so far in the show. Even if you think he solos the entirety of Dragon Ball, he would just lose at some point. But even then, the show Dragon Ball shows you that's hot Goku doesn't just dolo, you know what I mean? Unless he just like even then he would have to turn Great Ape with the conscious in mind of destroying Earth. Then if he does that, then GG's for sure. But that's that. This is a fun little video. Yeah, Goku gets the bad ending. Yeah, even if Goku beats Earth, which is possible that he beats Earth, very plausible that he beats Earth, before people that could beat Goku spawn in or arrive, he just dies later on in the series because he just be too weak. So it doesn't matter. Goku, unironically, does get the worst ending if he turns heel, in my personal opinion, unless you do the what if and you make your own story up. But that's kind of just a fun little video I wanted to drop on the channel, man. I want to do more fun yap sessions like this because my channel isn't just reacts, even though we had a lot of reacts out lately, but that's because certain situations. But we're on positivity runs now, on the road to 200K, 28K away from it. Hopefully we hit it this year. Take care. Stay blessed. We got more homework to do, but it's a lot less yap. Bye! Make sure you subscribe, please.